नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Good evening. బాగా నేర్చుకుంటున్నారా లాంగ్వేజ్? ఆర్ హ్యాపీ? Just now I saw a news. Iran has banned teaching all foreign languages, including English and Arabic. Including English and Arabic. Arabic also they have banned. Only Persian. If you are in Iran, their mother tongue is Persian. If you know Persian, it's okay. So in the schools and colleges, no other language will be taught. But we in India, we want to learn English at the expense of mother tongue. Right, please see page number 102. Our lifeblood is spirituality. If it flows clear, if it flows strong and pure and vigorous, everything is right. Political, social, any other material defects, even the poverty of the land will all be cured if that blood is pure. The last quote in the same page. But mark you, if you give up that spirituality, leaving it aside to go after the materializing civilization of the West, the result will be that in 3 generations you will be an extinct race, because the backbone of the nation will be broken. The foundation upon which the national edifice has been built will be undermined, and the result will be annihilation all around. Our lifeblood is spirituality. If it flows clear, strong and pure and vigorous, everything is right. You know, every nation will have its own ideal. If you just look at the world today, the ideals of all the nations, almost all the nations, they have only one ideal rather, that is to become an economic power. Why you want to become an economic power? That will help you to become a military power. What happens if you are an economic power and military power? You can dictate terms to others. Now you are a powerful nation. You have a strong economy. You have strong military. So then you can dictate terms to others. Just you want to boss over others, basically that. But in India, we have never taken up such ideals. Our ideal has always been to know the truth. This is the only race that has taken up this highest ideal of knowing the truth. What our sages have found, they have found that this universe is one, it has come from the God, one Lord, and all life is interconnected. And they have given us the message, Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. Non-violence is the highest virtue, highest dharma. Why? The same life actually principle is manifesting through all life forms. So if you do violence against another life form, okay, you are working against your own interest. You will go down in evolution. You will not progress further towards the truth. Having understood this truth, they have become the gentlest of the human beings afterwards. They try to live on bare minimum. They never competed with their fellow human beings. They never exploited. Okay, they never fought wars. The gentlest, the mildest race on the planet Earth is this Indian race. Because our rishis have discovered the highest principle, namely, all life is one. So if I harm another life, it is as good as harming my own interest. This is actually the principle that they have discovered. Now we just see the world. Two wars are happening in the world. Two corners, two wars are happening. See, what kind of bloodshed is happening, you all know. We all consider ourselves educated. We are living in 21st century, highly civilized human beings fighting wars. Where is civilization, you just tell me? You just place yourself in a war zone, the kind of suffering the population will undergo. Whatever may be, sometimes they give religious causes, will be sometimes geopolitical reasons. What are the causes that may give? That means you're fighting a war means you have forgotten that we are one species. Sometimes you identify with your religion, your nationality so strongly that you make the person living across the border your enemy, and then you fight a war. But when you remember that the person living across the border is also a human being, we are all the same species, it is one earth, we are all inhabiting. One earth, one family. We keep telling here in our culture, Vasaiva Kutumbakam, world is one family. And India has a great role by giving this idea and ideal to the rest of the world. If we don't integrate the world into one family, more wars are likely to happen in the future. And then everything will come to naught. Albert Einstein said one thing, I don't know with what weapons they are going to fight the Third World War. Fourth World War, they will fight with stones and sticks. I don't know with what weapons after Second World War, having seen the destruction that Second World War caused to humanity, the great scientist made this statement. I don't know with what weapons they are going to fight the Third World War. Fourth World War, they will fight for sure with stones and sticks. అంటే థర్డ్ వరల్డ్ వార్ తర్వాత ప్రపంచం ఎండ్. మళ్ళీ తర్వాత ఆదిమ మనిషి కేవ్ మ్యాన్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతాడు మళ్ళీ. దట్ ఈస్ ద కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వెపన్స్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ నౌ టుడే. If you can ignite the war, but you can't stop it, then there will be hatred all around, intense hatred. You have caused these many killings on my side. You have killed these many people from my side, and I have to kill more people from your side. There will be insanity. It will be very difficult to control. Second World War went for nearly 5 years. Pure madness. When Mahatma Gandhi was talking about non-violence at that point of time, because he was, leading this freedom struggle with non-violence as the weapon. And when he had gone to Britain, actually, around 1 lakh people attended, they came to see him because they were so tired and fed up with the war. Everywhere, destruction, dead bodies of human beings, everywhere, weeping, mourning. And in the midst of all this chaos, there is one person actually who is talking about peace and non-violence. That was Mahatma Gandhi. And his voice was so, loud, and they could hear it so loud and so clear that this is the man, this is the kind of person we need to integrate the world into one family. We forget sometimes we are one species. That is the problem. And that's why actually India has a great role. Swamiji also in his Chicago lecture, you all actually must read the Chicago lecture of 1893. You all know Vivekananda had gone to Chicago and he participated in that Parliament of Religion, that he had delivered a speech. The speech message is that Swamiji says all uncharitable feeling, that bell that tolled in honor of this convention today, be the death knell for all uncharitable feelings between man and man wending towards the same goal. ఇవాళ ఈ షికాగో సభ సందర్భంగా ఏదైతే బెల్లు గంట మోగిందో ప్రొద్దున, దాట్ బెల్ మే బీ ద డెత్ నెల్, అంటే ఇది చివరి గంట, తుది గంట, మృత్యు గంట. ఇంకా ఇక నుంచి మనిషికి మధ్యలో ఎలాంటి వైషమ్యాలు, తారతమ్యాలు, గొడవలు, కొట్లాటలు లేకుండా ఉండుగాక అని చెప్పాడు ఆయన. All uncharitable feelings between man and man wending towards the same goal. Ultimately, everybody's goal is the same. Maybe born in different faith and different religion. The end goal is to reach God. It's all one God. We are all children of one God. But forgetting that we are inhabiting one earth, we are all the children of one God, we are fighting for each other. That means something actually is wrong. What is that wrong? We have forgotten that we are actually inhabiting the one earth. We have forgotten that we are children of same God. That's why the wars happen. And Swamiji is saying, cautioning us, don't run after the materializing civilization of the West. Flash of the lightning is intensely bright, but only for a moment. ఈ మెటీరియలిజము అంటే ఈ ధనము అంటే ఈ వస్తు సంపదతోనే జీవితం అని అన్నప్పుడు పోటీ వస్తుంది, స్పర్ధ, వైషమ్యాలు దాని నుంచి పుడతాయి. కాబట్టి స్పిరిచువాలిటీ అలోన్ ఈజ్ ద సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద వరల్డ్. That race which has spirituality actually will survive. That race which has spirituality should give it to others and spiritualize the rest of the universe. Only we have that spirituality. That is our foundation. That is our civilizational foundation. Swamiji asking us to hold it on and make it stronger and stronger. Thank you this much for today.